Raise your hand if you have ever packed 14 different outfits for a 7-day trip and literally wore the same 3 on repeat. Yeah, same. Let's change that. Hey guys, welcome back to Wander with Bree, and welcome to my new space. This is the channel where we talk about all things travel and travel adjacent. I help make your travel easier, more authentic, and honestly more you. And of course, every now and again, I sprinkle in a little bit of tech because your girl loves tech. So first of all, let's talk about what this video is not. This is not a flat lay, minimalist, neutral clothes tutorial. I could never. My goal is to help you before that stage, before the packing cubes and the compression bags and the color schemes, and help you figure out first what exactly you want out of your trip. Once we know that, then we'll determine what you really need to bring so you can feel like yourself without overpacking and thus saving space. And if you get really good at it, maybe you'll even be traveling with just a carry-on. You're here because we no longer want to show up to a swanky rooftop bar wearing the hiking boots that we wore on the plane. Here's what I'm going to show you today. First, I'm going to show you how to prep your prompts to use with ChatGPT. Then I'm going to show you the exact prompts that I use. And finally, I'm going to show you what to do with those prompts in order to help you pack once you get them. By the end of this video, you'll be able to perfectly plan your suitcase and your packing based on the perfectly curated roadmap that you put together with AI. No stress, no clothes explosion all over the floor, the bed, the chair, and no panic spirals about what you might need, what you might not. And remember, you are smarter than AI. So even if you've never used it before, I'm going to show you how easy it is for you to use it. So today, for our example, we are planning a trip to San Miguel de Allende, Mexico. In order to get good answers, we have to know what we're looking for. So we're going to do a quick little analog brainstorm. If you have a piece of paper, go ahead and write these down or screenshot it, however you want to hold on to this, but this is going to help you in your path. I swear it won't take long. So number one, first ask yourself, what kind of a trip is this? Are you going to be hopping around from museum to museum, going out to fancy dinners, hiking, or are you going to be reading in coffee shops around town? Next, ask yourself, what do I want to feel like? Is this the kind of trip where you really want to relax? Is this the type of trip where you want to blend? Or you are craving some sort of adventure? What do you want to feel like during the trip? What do you want to feel like when you get home? And lastly, ask yourself this question. What am I willing to carry around? San Miguel de Allende has a ton of cobblestone streets. Think like a Spanish trading post. That's what it was. So do you want to carry a gigantic heavy suitcase and then also maybe a carry-on and also a backpack while wearing super thin sandals? No. So next, now that we've gotten those 3 things written down, you know what you want your trip to feel like, you know what kind of a trip this is, you know now what you're willing to carry around. So now we need additional specifics. You need to know, what are your travel dates? Also, where are you staying? Are you staying in an Airbnb? Are you staying in a tent? Are you staying in a hotel? Those 3 things will also determine what you need to pack, how much room you will have to store the things that you're packing, and also will help you determine whether or not there's going to be anybody to help you if you're dragging crap upstairs. Also, where in the city are you staying? Can you walk there from the airport? Can you take a train? You need to know all of these things. Your travel dates, where you're staying, and then the last one, what will I actually be doing? Like we talked about before, your vibe checks. Am I lounging? Am I hiking? Am I walking a lot? What exactly am I planning on doing once I get there? All right, and we're almost done with the analog research. Next, you want to figure out, what does the weather look like? You can include this in ChatGPT, but I'm just going to make this easy for now. Open up your weather app, look at the general time you're going, or ask Google, what does the weather look like at this time? Cool. You're going to San Miguel in the spring. Looks like it's beautiful. Barely even rainy, and the sun will be shining probably in the mid-70s. This part doesn't have to be cute, and it doesn't have to take you a long time. In fact, I encourage you to take no longer than 5, maybe 10 minutes doing this. There are apps out there that can help you get way deeper down the rabbit hole, but I'm assuming at this point in your trip planning and your packing that you've already done all that work. You have already done the research of where you're going, when you want to go, about where you're going to stay. Now you're getting ready for the packing stage. Now that you've figured out what you want to do on your trip, sort of what your vibe is on the trip, we are now going to take this to ChatGPT and dig in a little bit further. What we are doing today, it will remember everything that you say in the chat. I am planning a trip to San Miguel de Allende in the spring of 2026, specifically April. I'll be walking a lot, going out to dinner, and visiting art galleries around town. The weather will be warm during the day and chilly at night. I plan to attend any community art events available and likely will go to the hot springs just outside of town. please create a packing list for me that is minimal and has mix and match outfit. I want to be stylish and culturally appropriate. Okay, so we gave it a rundown of the things that we want, and now we're going to see the answer that we get. Sounds like a wonderful trip. San Miguel in April is perfect for a stylish, artful getaway, warm days and cool evenings with plenty of walking, dining, and creative inspiration. The town has a chic but relaxed vibe with lots of local artisans, stylish locals, and international visitors. Here's a minimal mix and match packing list that balances style, comfort, and cultural appropriateness, especially for walking, evenings out, and visiting art venues or local events. And here we have our list. Interesting. So all pieces coordinate in a neutral or earthy color palette: white, cream, black, olive, terracotta, denim, tan, and navy. So you've got 5 total tops with some details there. And again, pause to read this. 3 total bottoms, 2 total dresses, 2 layers, and accessories: wide brim hat or straw fedora, 1 lightweight scarf or pashmina, 1 belt, shoe, 3 total comfortable and walkable, swim and hot spring essentials, and sample outfit combinations: day exploring galleries, evening dinner, hot spring day, art event, market morning. So cool. Okay, so within 15 seconds, my entire bag is packed. I would venture to guess this is actually going to be great for a carry-on. Now, the only thing that's not on here are specifically like toiletries, right? So the toiletries are not included in here. So let's go ahead and ask for it. Please include toiletries. Okay, again, pause to read, but you see how quickly ChatGPT comes up with the answers of literally every single thing that you might need for your list. Now, you can, like what I used to do, you can copy and paste this, literally highlight the whole thing, paste it into a template. Now, ChatGPT is really smart. You can ask it, please create a Notion template for me. Please create a list that I can copy and paste into my Notes app with checkboxes, right? So you can ask for those types of things. That's how you modify and use ChatGPT to your own advantage. Let's look a little bit deeper. A good prompt gives the general idea of where you're going and what you're doing. A great prompt gives specific details to what exactly you might need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push it a little bit further and clarify my ask. I will be traveling with a carry-on only. Please make sure that this will all fit into one suitcase and a backpack. The other part is also, I want to have a laid back and colorful vibe to match the art aesthetic. I want to be comfortable and chic. Is there bonus? This is the fun thing about ChatGPT, is you can ask it 20 questions all at once and it still processes everything really quickly. Okay, is there one item I should forgo packing because I can buy one in town, and maybe something made by local artisans? Please tell me where to get this item and the approximate cost. Okay, so here's an updated plan to so what I'm asking for now, I asked for 3 different things. 1, I said that I want to have all of this in a carry-on. 2, I updated my style preferences and the vibe that I want while I'm there. And then 3, I also asked it very specifically, is there an item that I can pick up there that is special or unique to the area and local artisans that I don't have to pack, that I could bring home with me? Now listen, I'm also not against packing a folded up duffel bag in your suitcase and then like throwing that onto the checked luggage on your way home. I'm not saying that that's not packing light, okay? Like if we're talking about hacks to pack light, that's a hack. Okay, then we're talking about our carry-on suitcase and 1 item to skip: a hand-woven shawl or rebozo? Is it rebozo? Rebozo. You already have 1 wrap or scarf packed, but instead of doubling up, leave room in your suitcase to buy a hand-woven textile locally. Cool. And then some really cool options of where you can purchase that. Now, the other nice thing is it's telling you, here's where you can buy it, and here's the approximate cost of buying this. So you can decide for yourself ahead of time Is this something that I want to invest in on my trip? And then it actually tells us, because it's starting to understand that we're into fashion, we see how to style it. Use it to elevate a casual dress at night, layer it for warmth during chilly evenings, roll it into your day bag as a functional accessory, and use it as a picnic or hot springs wrap. Final tip, pack and layer. The other fun thing about ChatGPT is it will give you tips that you didn't ask for. Now you have to engage, you have to ask questions, but remember, it's going to think of things that maybe you won't think of, and vice versa. So think of it as like a partner. We are working alongside AI to develop and learn the things that we may not even know we didn't know. And often ChatGPT can say things that don't make sense. It's called hallucination. If it says something that's wrong, you correct it, and then it learns. Okay, so as we mentioned, and let's say I recently added a wine tour. What should I consider in my luggage? So here are some wine tour considerations for your luggage. After telling us that there's some really great places that we could go, some things to consider. It might be warm, probably want to take some great photos. So here's some cute little outfits you might want to consider. And if you're not into these particular outfits or you don't want dresses, here are some other options. Okay, let's move on. You can mix and match which AI you want to use. You can use Perplexity, you can use ChatGPT. I'll leave a list down below, and I'll also link above my comparison of different chatbots essentially that you could use. So next up, what I actually do with the list and how you are going to utilize this. Man, it feels so good when that person comes up to you and goes, "Are you from this town?" And you're like, "No, I just know what to wear." There are also apps for this. I've reviewed a few. I'll go ahead and link it up above and down below in the description box, but I haven't really found anything that I'm like particularly in love with. So if you have anything that you're in love with, please go ahead and share it in the comments. That way we can all give it a shot. And if it's something that I really like, I'll go ahead and review it. If you'd like to use something else that is a little bit more detailed and covers a little bit more on what you might need before, during, and after a trip, stick around. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about it at the end. Packing light doesn't mean skipping the joy. Packing light means picking exactly what you are going to need based on the vibe check of that area. It's hard to know what to pack when you've never been there before and you don't know the people there and you don't know who you're gonna be when you're there. So we do a little bit of work ahead of time just to figure out what we need, and then we dig into ChatGPT. There are tons of prompts that you can use that continue on into this organizational system. Down below, I'm going to link my free template to ChatGPT prompts. Steal those, make them your own, do whatever you need to do with it. I really enjoyed putting it together for you guys. My previous teacher self gets really, really happy when I can develop things like that and share my knowledge with you guys. So check that out, use it. If you have anything to add to it, please let me know, send me a message or send me a comment here. Here are a couple of bonus joyful items that you can add to your trip to make it a little bit more special without taking up too much space in your bag. You can bring a journal or a foldable sketch pad. For me, I use the Remarkable. I think this is version 2. Absolutely love. I am a journal girly, and before this probably had 100 different journals. And I got really excited one day and I impulse bought this. And then we got one for my husband as well over time, and both of us just like live on these things. This actually shares to an app on your phone and onto your computer. So I literally can have my Remarkable up wherever I am in the world, even if I don't bring it with me. But this is my favorite way to take notes because it's handwritten. It feels like you're writing, and then it has that e-ink, so like Kindles do. So when you're looking at it, it doesn't look like looking at a screen like an iPad or something like that. So anyway, the other thing I like to bring is a foldable tote. Oftentimes I do buy them when I'm traveling, but I have had to downsize that. With that said, I probably had 30 different grocery bags. Hold on, let me show you one. So I will travel with one of these bags normally. If not a plastic bag, I'll travel with one of these because then it doubles as a purse, it doubles as a shopping tote, it doubles as I'm coming home and my shoes stink, and put it in there. Or I will also travel with a small, meaningful piece of jewelry. Maybe you have something that makes you feel like you, maybe a pair of earrings, maybe a hat. I always have a specific hat I like to have on each trip, just a ball cap. So these things weigh next to nothing, but they make the difference when you're there. And it makes the trip feel more like mine. Okay, so this is what I was telling you guys about before. This is the Notion template. I started thinking about what can I offer to you guys that would be really valuable to you other than making videos. How can I help you travel more authentically, more like yourself? How can I help you to travel in a way that has taken me 20 years to learn how to do, but help you do it much quicker? Are you comfortable, Bubs? So I made a Notion template. So Notion is really cool. You can create your own template, or you can use somebody else's template and basically duplicate it or copy it and then modify it and make it yours. I created a template that you don't have to make any changes to whatsoever, but you can. So if you want this trip and trip planning to feel even smoother or nicer, check this out. I will put a link in the description down below. You guys can check it out. This includes additional prompt builders in addition to the other document that I mentioned. This document is meant to create intentional and authentic trips, right? So from the planning to the actual trip itself to re-entry and coming back home. So you will see additional prompt builders and structure. You'll also see an itinerary connected packing list. You'll see outfit planning spaces. So if you want to take pictures of the outfits, if there's specific ways that you want to plan your packing that I have not mentioned that go into even more depth, cool, you got the space to do it. You'll also see journal prompts for preparation for the trip, like we talked about earlier in this video, for the trip itself and reflecting on the trip at the end. It helps us to set our intention. If you know what you want from this trip, it will be easier for you to say no to the things that don't work for you and do. Say no to the high heels when you're walking through cobblestone. Say yes to the comfortable but fashionable sandals, right? It's all about picking and choosing what's right for us. It's a clean and calm layout that works great on your phone and on your laptop. I was very intentional about the photos I chose, the colors I chose, the font I chose, all of that. Now, this is my first paid offering. So if you download it, you do have to pay for it. If you're looking for additional support, if you're looking for additional structure from somebody who's been doing this for a long time, I would love it if you would download it, give me your feedback, tell me if you like it. I think you're going to love it. If you don't feel comfortable doing that or don't have the funds to do that right now, that's totally okay. Everything we just went through today was totally free. I will also create an instructional video for that Notion template, and that will be uploaded for free as well. So you will still have access to that. Anyway, if you decide you want to do that, thank you very much. And thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for supporting this dream of mine to become somebody who can create content for a living. With that said, if this video has helped you at all, if it has given you even one thing that you feel like is helpful, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you would like to see more content like this, and share the video if you feel like this is worth sharing. Every little bit helps in the algorithm. And like I said, this is a small channel. We are still growing, and my focus is always on what can I give to you? What will you like? So feel free to leave any comments down below. Thanks again for being here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.